So Raz, we've got the transmission out of your '05 Mustang apart here on the bench, and I'll go over a couple of things with you, hopefully explain what we found. If we look inside the pan, you can see the amount of material that we found on top of the magnet. And prior to taking the transmission out, we removed the valve body, which is this piece, so that we could air check the different circuits inside. So what we're doing is we're air checking the holes that the oil would go through in order to see what's going on. So what we found was that the forward clutch, which is this clutch right here, we weren't able to get to apply with air. So if we can't get to apply with air, we know there's internal leakage, and if you look at the clutch, you can see how the friction should look more like that. So this friction disc, this one, this one, this one, and this one are all the same, and you can see how this one here has no lining left on it. So that clutch has been destroyed from the internal leak. The pressure plate is also damaged, and the reason for that is going to be on the forward piston. The rubber is delaminated, so you can see how the rubber itself is not going to make a good seal anymore. So that's going to be the reason why that clutch failed. On our bands, maybe hard to pick up, but if we were to look at where that hole is, it's there's two brown lines that go between the grooves. Now those lines are what the band should look like, so that band's gotten a little bit hot. This band is the same thing, just not quite as bad. The low reverse band, we got pieces that are off of the lining, so there and that area there are going to have the materials coming off, so that's going to have to be replaced. On the pump, if we look at the gear, this surface for the gear is just too rough. And you can see on the side here, maybe hard to pick up, but you can see the scoring going across there. That's going to go inside of the pump, and so we have the same scoring down in here. So, you know, that's definitely too rough. This area here, certainly you can see it as well. Some of the stuff is hard to pick up with the camera. One of the reasons for the band wearing is going to be in the servo. So these bores here, you're going to have a servo piston, which is going to go into the bores. So that piston is going to go down in this area here, and the issue that we're seeing here is right where the laser pointer is right now. It's going to be really hard to pick up probably, but the idea is that the shiny area is aluminum that's worn, so it should look like this dull color down here. And if we look at this area right there, and then again farther in over there, we can see the wear that's starting to occur there. So those things are going to lead to a failure down the road. So the way that we would normally address that is by boring out those holes and putting in a bronze bushing in place of that, and that'll take care of that problem. So Eric will get a hold of you a little bit later with our estimate costs of repairs. Thanks.